Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Friday. Let me hop on over to Instagram and set that live. Awesome. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another Friday morning coffee with Angel. First and foremost, I just want to say thoughts and prayers to everyone in the path of Hurricane Helene. I was born and raised on the Gulf Coast, have lived on the Gulf Coast all my life. So I completely understand all of the stress and sometimes trauma that comes with hurricanes. So please know that my thoughts and prayers are with you if you or your family are affected in any way at all. Hope you guys are having a great day. Let's see. I've been learning some new tricks with this platform. So, first of all, this is my fifth Coffee with Angel Go Live. And if you're new, I'll just briefly introduce myself. I'm Angel Cornelius. I'm the founder of Maison 276 and creator of the award winning 3-step system for silver and blonde hair. It's a healthy and innovative way to keep your silver or blonde hair brightened, cleansed, and rejuvenated without the use of purple dyes. At Maison 276, we celebrate the beauty in every woman, and I decided to do these Fridays just to hop on, chit chat, answer some Q&As, and also throw some questions out to you guys because last week we had a lively discussion about aging and the difference between people who embrace aging positively with a thought to the future and those who dread it. And so it was just like a great engagement, and I love the back and forth. And so today, I want to pose another question to you. Whether you're a silverista or not, right? If someone has ever said to you, "You look good for your age," what are your thoughts on that? Is that a compliment? Or do you consider it an insult? Or is it something else? So I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop your comments in the chat. Coffee with Angel is just a quick conversation in about the amount of time that it takes you to have your first morning brew, whatever that is. For me, it's always about the caffeine. And I'm starting with my standard cafe au lait, which is New Orleans speak for coffee and steamed milk. Let's see who's joining us. Hey, good morning, Flawlessly Silver. Hey, beautiful. Congratulations on your LA event. I look forward to joining you. And I saw where the 1 year anniversary is coming up in April, and it doesn't even seem like it was that long ago. I felt like I was just in Atlanta with you guys. So, congratulations. Hey, Dawn, little hot dog wagon. Let me tell you, Dawn and I were in an incubator together at Columbia University in New York, and I have just loved watching her journey. We have been in this entrepreneurial grind together. I'm so excited for her. So if you are in Philly, you better find her and get yourself an amazing hot dog. Even if you don't eat hot dogs, you need to have one of Dawn's hot dogs. Good morning. Celebrate the gray. Good morning, everyone. So if you're just joining, I'm going to pose today's question again, and that is this whole idea of you look good for your age. When you hear that, is it a compliment? Is it an insult? Frankly, in my opinion, they are just misinformed because that means they have um, a very outdated and uninformed idea and concept of what a woman should look like as she ages. I am very proudly 64 years old. I consider that a blessing every day. I have a great aunt who is 107. My mother is almost 83, and I intend to hit each of those numbers, and I'm working very hard towards that goal. So tell me your thoughts when someone says you look good for your age, compliment or insult. And while you're dropping your comments in the chat, good morning, Pauline. Good morning, Renee. And I'm going back and forth from Facebook to Instagram because as much as I love this platform, it doesn't put all the comments in one section. So let me know your thoughts on that. I always say, what picture are you comparing me to? Exactly. Exactly. I love that from Celebrate the Great. She says, that's why we're working so hard to update the visuals and the narratives on aging. Exactly. So Celebrate the Gray, I invite you to take a look at that platform. She is a essentially a talent scout that is working with retailers and other brands to provide more realistic images of what it looks like to be a middle-aged woman. If you look for stock images and you search middle-aged woman, usually you'll find someone taking a medication, someone in a doctor's office. It is typically not the image of health and vibrancy. And so I appreciate all the work that you're doing to inform all industries of what it means to be a middle-aged woman. So thank you for all the work that you do. Old Cool 78 says that it means you've aged well, and it's an incentive. CMO Blessings. Good morning, Colleen. She says it's a compliment, but it's also flattering. And so what these comments tell me is that we have a wide range of opinions of even how we feel individually about that comment. The comment is, again, if you're just hopping in, how do you feel when someone says you look good for your age? So some people take it as a compliment. Some take it as that means your perception and your image of what I should look like needs to be updated. And I'm of the latter, right? I feel like, well, you're just a little bit misinformed because everyone that I know in their 60s and beyond, they look amazing. And in fact, they're not thinking about how they look for their age. They're just working very hard to lead a healthy, active, and vibrant life. And so if that means they're breaking your stereotype of what it means to be middle-aged, then I say we're doing our job. So I want to hear more comments. I love it when we're doing the back and forth. How do you feel when someone says you look good for your age? Good morning from Alaska. Are you traveling? Is that where you live? Okay, you don't have to reveal that. Good morning from Alaska. It is very early on the West Coast and even earlier in Alaska. So I very much appreciate you getting up and having a cup of coffee with me this morning, girl. Flawlessly Silver says people have preconceived ideas of what a person who is 50 plus look like. And I tell people I work hard to look this good. You know what? I appreciate that because sometimes people don't want to know about the work that you're putting in, right? They want to think that you just wake up and roll out of bed. And so I appreciate that because frankly, I feel like I work hard too. I'm doing it for myself, but I am very intentional. And those of us who say we're working hard, we are intentional about it. We're intentional about being active. We're intentional about what we put in our bodies because, we can't eat like we ate when we were 20, 25. I can't eat like I ate when I was 40. So, so that is very intentional. And I think it's important, Flawlessly Silver, to share, when they say that, educate them, right? If there's somebody 20 or 30 and they think they can keep doing what they're doing right now and look this way when they're 40 and 50 and 60 and beyond, I think it's our job to educate them, not in a reprimand way, but to say, thank you, I appreciate this, but this is what I do to make you say that, right? Right? Eating well, working out, that's right. Agreed. So James Lawyer, 73 said, yep, it's very important to educate people. And I think that's why you see so many middle-aged vegans, because in all transparency, look, first, y'all should know, if you don't know, I'm from New Orleans. Y'all know how we, I mean, I don't live in New Orleans, but you know how we live in down there in New Orleans. Like, we love to cook, we love to eat, we love to have a good time. And here's what I know, like, I have to monitor how much I eat like a New Orleanian, right? Because I can cook all the things and I can eat all the things. But again, I can't eat like I ate when I was 20 and 30. And so I still enjoy my hometown favorites, but it is very measured. It's very measured. Renee says she's on the fence about that one. I know I look good, period. I love that. I love that. I love that. Walk in your power, Renee. Walk in your power. Because frankly, I think that energy and that confidence is very attractive. And frankly, I feel like the younger generation, many of them are inspired and view our lifestyles as aspirational because they thought they had one image in their head of what it means to be middle aged and to age. And I think we are telling them, no, not at all. We're not trying to be you. We're trying to be a better version of ourselves each and every day. Good morning, Mary. Thank you so much for joining me. Great to see you here. And just a reminder, if you're just jumping in, this is Coffee with Angel. I jump on IG, Facebook, and YouTube simultaneously every Friday at 10 Eastern. And sometimes we talk silver hair, and then sometimes we talk things that are important to the silver community. And today's topic is you look good for your age. How do you feel about that? Also, if you're just hopping in, if you can view the entire recorded session later on my YouTube page because I always upload it. So CMO Blessing says she's about to take an online class at 10 with Queen Warriors. Oh, I like that. It's going to keep you informed. Oh, okay, great. I like that. That's the other thing I think about, aging with power and energy is to always be learning. We talked about that last week. Always, keeping your mind active. If you had told me when I was 45 that I would quit my job at 57, just a few years from retirement, and start a company and be an entrepreneur, I would have looked at you like you were crazy, because at 45, I could never have envisioned, like I wouldn't have known how to connect the dots. And that is why it's so important to be open to learning, to doing new things. I had always made products in my kitchen. Like, that was not something new to me, but the idea that I could actually create a company out of that, and that it would have value not just to me, but to other people as well. Like, that has been one of the most tremendous surprisings and blessings of my middle-aged life. And so I encourage you, keep learning, keep growing. And I'm not done. Like I was just saying last week, I still want to learn how to play the piano. I want to relearn how to speak French, all the things. So we're out here. Renee says she definitely had to change how she eats and drink plenty of water. I love the 60 is the new 40. I don't know, 60 is the new 60, but we look 40 and some of us 30. Calyx, I mean, we're out here. We're out here. Am I right? Flawlessly Silver, we're out here. Intellectual wellness is often overlooked. Exactly, Sister Girl Chronicles. We have to keep our brains active. Like I said, my mother's 80 plus. She's always reading. She's always doing new things. She started a business, I think she was like 78 or 79, and she started a real estate business. So she's, my role model, frankly, because she just won't stop. She will not stop. And I think that that's just a great guide for younger generations, right? Um, let's see what other comments we got in here. I love the idea of intellectual wellness and being in constant motion, right? And sometimes you can't do the things that you did when you were 30, but you can replace that with something else. Like I used to run marathons. My knees are not really interested in running marathons anymore. So now I run a little bit. I'll do a 10K every now and then. But mostly I get my the majority of my workouts on the Peloton, which I've learned to love. So, check me out. If you're on the Peloton, my handle is Labelle504, representing the 504 always. So, give me a shout out if you're on the Peloton with me. This is wonderful stag in our lives. I'm not sure what that means, but it sounds awesome. Renee. I also a new trick I just learned on this platform, how to share your comments, at least the Facebook comments. I don't think Instagram will let me do it. Good morning, good morning, good morning, J to the bad. Did I say it right? I always feel like now I know how the Peloton instructors feel when they're trying to do shout outs and they're hoping they get the name right. So forgive me if my heart was in the right place, as we say down here in the South, if I said it wrong. So let's hear some more comments about how you feel when someone says you look good for your age. Compliment or criticism? I mean, compliment, insult, or somewhere in between. I feel it's enough for me. I honestly feel like, oh, wonderful stage. Okay, awesome. Yes, yes, this is the wonderful. So Calix says, this is a wonderful stage of our lives, middle age. Absolutely. I don't really know anyone in my close circle who would be 30 again, right? I wouldn't mind having my 30-year-old niece, but Calix said he's flattered. Calix says they're flattered. Absolutely. I wouldn't mind having my 30-year-old niece. I'm not going to lie. But other than that, no. I enjoyed every stage of my children's lives, but I am fully enjoying them being full adults and enjoying this new relationship that we have as parent child. So yeah, I'm not interested in being 30 again. Regina, good morning, Regina. Regina, usually a compliment. Okay, good, good, good. Because they're appreciating the work that you put in. They're appreciating the work that you put in. Exactly. Let's see. Oh, Colleen said her mom lived to be 94. That goals. Those are goals. Those are goals because and they're changing like literal medical history is changing right as we speak because people are exceeding like what the medical journals say, how long they should live based on a whole lot of different factors. And so I think it's incumbent on us to interview and get as much information from our elders. And my mother would hate it if I use that word. I just want you to know. Get as much information from them as possible because we want to learn how to live not just long, but live long, healthy, active, vibrant lives. Because my 100-year-old aunt that I'm talking about, if I went to her house, because she still lives at home, obviously with a family member, she would ask me about my kids. She knows them by names. She might mention something about the LSU football team, depending on what kind of week they had. So she is not just alive, she's active, vibrant, and very intellectually aware. Oh, okay, awesome. Pauline, I'm going to show your comment. She says, most people believe if you have silver hair, you are naturally old or it makes you appear old. For me, the key is a good skincare regimen, plenty of water, and eating healthy. Exactly, Pauline. And I think You hit it because it's not one thing, it's all the things. It's mind, body, and soul. I think you hit it on the nail, Pauline. It is all of those things. And drink your water, boo. Drink your water. Drink your water. And things made with water don't count. Things made with water don't count. Drink your water. Kayla says, yep, their mom lived to be 92. Lifespans are so much longer. Exactly. And sometimes the doctors don't know. But true fact, my mother is finding that like her doctors are retiring. She's having to find new doctors because she's outliving the doctors. Now that's something right there. Again, she's my role model. Okay, Dawn says, I just say you look good or girl, you look amazing. Leave off the for your age if you're speaking your truth. And that's all that matters. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Dawn. I appreciate it. Yeah, I think that's great. I think reframing, how we compliment people, saying, "Oh, you look amazing," just period. You don't have to add the qualifier for your age. And I think that's something that we can also, not just internally, but also teach the younger generation. You don't have to put a qualifier on it. It's just period. Um, your birth certificate or the date on your driver's license, in my opinion, should have nothing to do with what you wear, how you look. Like one of my pet peeves is when I see, like, I love the fashion girls on YouTube. I watch them like TV series because I want to know, what's new out there. They save me a lot of time because they curate, right, a lot of the current looks and what's new in fashion. But the things that I don't like are when they say how to dress when you're 60, how to dress when you're like, no. Just give me the fashion tips. Don't tell me how to dress because of my birth certificate. I just want the tips. Okay. Renee says, what makes her happy is when I tell people I'm 70 and they look at me and say, "Are you sure?" I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. What they should be asking you is not, "Are you sure?" You know how old you are. They should be asking you, "Please, paper and pen, tell me what you do." Or I'm sorry, that was that was an old school, paper and pen. Pull out the phone. What do you do? That's what they should be saying, not "Are you sure?" I love this conversation. Um, hey, travel lady shops. You know what? I don't know if you just heard my comment, but I was talking about the fashion girls, travel lady shops, and you are one of my favorite fashionistas. I love being inspired by your looks, and I was saying that I hate the YouTube post that says how to dress over 50. Like, you just give us the fashion. There's no qualifier, and that's what I appreciate. And I can decide if I want to wear it or not, but I don't need the qualifier. So thank you so much for your fashion inspiration. You're helping me come out of, I love wearing black. not I just, and so you're really helping me embrace more color, like this bright pink that I have on. I know it's fall, but I've been a little under the weather. So this week I've been wearing really super bright colors because I need all the help I can get coming out of this upper respiratory situation. Awesome. So absolutely, absolutely. We might need to do a collaboration. I don't know. I don't know. Travel lady shops. So, you guys, this has been great. I love this conversation, and I love to know like what topics you guys would love to discuss. Of course, I can always do the silver hair comments. If you go, or the silver hair tutorials and Q&As, and I've done many of those. Most of my YouTube is about the silver hair journey and how to help you live your best silver life. all the hair tips and tricks. But we're more than our hair. And so I love these conversations. Let's see. Mary says it's your attitude, keeping it positive. 76, and I feel good and I let it show. See, that's what I love because we're coming in with the attitude. I love it. We're coming in with all the vibes, all the attitude, and I love it. I just love it, love it, love it. Oh, okay. Fashion tips, colors for gray hair. Okay, great. So, what I would love to do, thank you for dropping that, because I had been thinking about this, right? Bringing in someone else and having a little chit chat, and also doing a more long form interview and putting that up on YouTube. So that is great. Thank you, Calyx, because that's great confirmation of kind of some of the ideas that I've been having. And I just mentioned Travel Lady Shops. So I'll be reaching out to her, and maybe we'll be coming together to do some, some travel, silver hair, color, fashion. Yeah, I love all of it. I'm here for all of it. Because let me tell you something. The silver girls are out here traveling. Like, I am so busy working all the time, and my girlfriends, like, they are out here getting the passport stamped. You hear me? So, I'm working hard to try and catch up with them because they're out here. They're out here stamping the passport. The site address, if you're talking about my YouTube channel, it is simply, if you Google my name, that's the YouTube channel. It's Angel U Cornelius, because my maiden name is Upshaw. And Angel Cornelius was taken. So yeah, but if you Google Angel Cornelius, it's gonna come up. Angel Cornelius. And the name of the YouTube channel is The Beauty of Aging. But if you Google my name on YouTube, it will come up. Well, you guys, it's time to wrap it up. I always say coffee with Angel is just the amount of time that it takes you to enjoy your first morning brew. For me, that's coffee. I'm a caffeine girl. I'm a caffeine girl. And so, if you are just joining us, the topic for today was, you look good for your age. Is that a compliment, an insult, somewhere in between? And so we've just been sharing thoughts with the Maison 276 community. And some of the thoughts were all over the place, but we got some great conversation. And so we're going to wrap it up. And you guys can check out the full episode of today's Coffee with Angel on YouTube. It'll be uploaded shortly. And thank you so much. You guys have an amazing weekend. Again, if you are anywhere in the path of Hurricane Helene, you or any family member, thoughts and prayers for your safety. Stay in there, stay in the house, be safe. And I will see you next Friday on Coffee with Angel. Have an amazing weekend, you guys. I appreciate you so much. Take care. Bye.